I love this sport. Qatar's 3-2 victory over South Korea in World Cup qualifying has thrown Group A of Asian third round World Cup qualifying into near chaos. Right now, South Korea sits on, I believe, 12 or 13 points, one ahead of Uzbekistan, who lost to Iran yesterday. Um, this win takes Qatar to 7 points. Really, this group, as far as that second and third place spot in the playoff is concerned, is coming down to the wire now, with only 2 games remaining, each for Uzbekistan and South Korea. Now, Syria is in with a shot of potentially stealing that third place playoff. They had a crushing draw today, though, against China, and a win really would have increased their chances exponentially. If Syria had beaten China today, they would have been 1 point shy of Uzbekistan, 2 points shy of South Korea, and it would have thrown this group wide open. Syria is still in with a chance here. They have 2 more games, a very winnable one at home against Qatar, which I do think they will win. And then they play an Iran team that has already qualified on the road in the final match day. Likewise for South Korea. Their next 2 games in Group A are against the 2 toughest opponents, Uzbekistan and Iran. They play Iran at home, but there's the whole question of how Iran will approach that road game, considering the fact they've already clinched a spot in Russia. Are they going to play with the same intensity and tenacity as they have throughout this qualifying season? And then you have Uzbekistan on the road against Qatar, and that's going to be a crucial game to keep Uzbekistan's hopes of qualifying alive. And then the 2 teams that are fighting for that last direct spot in Group A meet each other on the final match day in Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan against South Korea. This is getting really, really intense, guys. And then also in Group B of Asian World Cup qualifying, you have 3 teams all within 1 point of each other. Japan messed up a good chance today to go 3 points clear of Saudi Arabia and Australia. They got a draw on the road in Iraq, putting them at 17 points. Australia and Saudi Arabia each with 16. And it doesn't help that Japan's next 2 games, just like South Korea in Group A, are against the 2 toughest opponents in their group. Japan plays at home to Australia. They play on the road to Saudi Arabia. All 3 teams with so much to play for only 2 direct spots and 1 third-place playoff. Things are heating up. And Asian World Cup qualifying, it's looking like nobody is safe right now. Only Iran, who have now not only officially qualified for the World Cup, but they now have officially topped Group A. They will win Group A because South Korea and Uzbekistan, with 2 matches remaining, cannot catch up to them. They are both 7 and 8 points behind Iran, respectively. So you have 2 teams, potentially a third team with an outside chance fighting in Group A, and you have for the second spot, and you have 3 teams in Group B fighting for the top 2 spots, where it's even closer as far as the point tally is concerned. Really, the Syria versus China game today, the Iraq versus Japan game, and Qatar's win over South Korea have thrown Asian World Cup qualifying into the air. And this is going to be very exciting. I can't wait to see how this is all going to finish. We could potentially be seeing one of the big dogs, one of the big Asian sides, like South Korea or Japan, having to go to a playoff. Worst case scenario, even against each other. Can you imagine a third-place playoff between South Korea and Japan, where over the span of 2 legs, only one of them can go through to play a team from CONCACAF? Imagine a World Cup without South Korea or Japan or both. Well, that's a possibility now. So I can't wait. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. And I'm going to do a little bit of gloating here. I did predict Qatar to beat South Korea as part of my risky predictions and my Asian World Cup qualifying predictions for June. So I'm going to gloat a little bit here.